Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Overland 870 podcast. I'm your host, Brad, and tonight I have the wonderful couple of Tim and Jenna here from Jeepin and Exploring. How are you two doing tonight?
Doing great.
Good.
Doing great. Awesome. Good deal. So, it's been a little bit before I have been on by myself for a while. I've been sick, been dealing with some stuff. Tonight I actually felt pretty good, so I'm going to try to give it a shot. I want to thank Stefan and everybody that has jumped in. Dan has been hosting the show for me while I've been trying to recover. Unfortunately, it looks like that I will not be hosting the show later on because I'm probably going to have to go back and have some more surgery. But that's okay. I got plenty of guys to fill in for me. But with that out of the way, so let's ask you two a question. So, As a couple, how did you two get into the wonderful world of overlanding?
Mm-hmm. Well, to try to make a long story short, basically, in about the year 2000, because I didn't like grow up in all this stuff like everybody always says. My dad took me camping, yada, yada, yada. We didn't do any of that growing up. I was actually into mini trucks and lowriders in the 90s. That was my thing. But in about the year 2000, I moved up here to Springfield. And I got in with some guys working at Sam's Club at night, and they all had four-wheel drives and stuff. And we would go down to Chadwick with them and stuff and go through the trails. And I was like, this is awesome. So I knew at that time, come hell or high water, I had to get me a four-wheel drive. I didn't know what. I was looking at the Zuzu Troopers and old Chevy Blazers. Well, I ended up settling on a 95 XJ. So loved the thing to death and everything. And then we went and we would just go down to Arkansas and get on MapQuest, print off some logging trails and stuff, and just go hit them and stay. Had no clue, never heard of the word overlanding back then. I mean, like I said, this is 25 years ago. So anyways, fast forward, I got married in 2003, not to Jenna, but my first marriage. And
I wonder why she was cutting her eyes sideways. I was just waiting to see what it was.
So that basically went away. I got rid of that, went to just living the normal life or whatever, I guess you want to call it, working, and anyways, I kept telling myself, I'm like, man, that was fun. I really enjoyed that. And one of these days I'm going to do it again. And about 2013, friend of mine, I started working with him and stuff, and him and his wife bought a Jeep and entered into with a Jeep club around here. And I was a little bit jealous at all the stories he was telling me. So we went, kept going. I never got one because then I was going to. Well, in 2020, late 2020, her and I got together, and she had a little Jeep Renegade, and I had a little slammed Chevy S10 that you'd bottom out on a pissant. And she hated it, but we decided we was going to go to a Jeepin for a Cure event that they had here in Ozark, and we went, and we felt left out because we're in a little Renegade and everybody else is in these big Wranglers and everything else. So anyways, she had always wanted a Wrangler and everything, and I'd kind of wanted one, just never had the money for one. And we started running around these guys, and it's like, well, we got to get something different. So we, in 2021, we bought a Chevy Jeep Gladiator.
There you go.
And
good choice.
That's what kind of got us into it. And we were just doing like basically local Jeeper stuff, and it was fun in the beginning. We'd go hit some dirt roads and stuff, but after a while, it was like we need more. We want to, me driving a truck, getting down into Arkansas and stuff is like, man, I really want to get down and see this. So I started watching YouTube and everything. And, of course, you run into Matt McClellan and all them watching their channels. And then I got into some of the locals and really decided that's what we wanted to do. So about 2 years ago is when we really started focus on doing more of that kind of stuff and getting away from just the little casual drives. So that's basically what started it. We didn't get into the COVID rush or anything. We kind of was after it. So
that's kind of like how Gina and I got into it, because we got in a Jeep cult, as we call it now, the Jeep cult.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Pretty much.
so we got into that, and we branched off into the overland and stuff, which I'm surprised that you started coming down to Arkansas, because you're from Missouri and you live in Missouri.
Yeah.
And you guys, of course, Benji's in here right now. He's from Missouri also, one of my sponsors, Midwest Adventure Outfitters. I mean, you got some good stuff up there. Mark Twain National Forest. I've been up there to Glade Top and all that stuff. I mean, that's a good place to go run around and do some camping and stuff like that. But you guys decided to come south and come to Arkansas. So was it just because you here and met some people, or
a lot of it had to do with we enjoying the hiking aspect of it and everything. For those who don't know, we do a lot of that. I know you can tell I'm built for hiking.
I was like, wait a minute, listen, come on, don't tell us.
Believe it or not,
we're avid hikers. We hike every day.
I'm pretty fast for a fat guy, but no, we love the waterfalls. We love the waterfalls and all that stuff. And we've been out to Glade Top a time or two, but some of the people we were riding with and still do ride with, really wasn't huge on Glade Tops, and there was a lot of side-by-sides running around there at the time. And we want to get down to Glade Top and explore more. We've only been there a few times, but all the stuff in the Eminence, I mean, we've done a whole bunch of that and everything. But I guess it's just since we're this close to Arkansas, we can actually be in northern Arkansas quicker, and we can be like in the Eminence or something like that.
Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, we were driving 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours to to come over here to hike. Or I said hike. I almost threw up my mouth when I said that. So we were driving 3 or 4 hours to come over here to ride around in the Ozarks. And but we've been, with Gina's mom and dad being from Missouri, and they live in a great part of Reynolds County. And so there's some really pretty stuff up there. We're lucky to have places like the Log Yard, Blue Springs, and all that stuff is right there in their backyard. And but we enjoy. I'm just not hiking. I can't get past the hiking thing. I ran through your photos on Facebook and stuff, and I saw y'all out doing all the hiking stuff like that. I would only hike to like a Dairy Queen or EB, maybe.
We do
I
that
don't
at
know.
the end. That's our reward at the end of it all.
Yeah, we
Well,
burn all the calories and then go put them back on.
Go put them back on. Well, I get it, but I got to talk about this now because I've been trying to hang on to this. So like maybe about, what was it, like a week and a half ago, you were up here at J3 with the feral chicks, not you, Tim, because you were in jelly mode the entire time.
Right.
I was there in spirit.
You were there in spirit. So what'd you think
about the bear?
You were the bear. I was big since
they thought it was a bear, but it was me.
It was Tim growling around, eating out of people's bags and stuff at night. So that was your first time to actually be up here at J3, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Okay. What did you think? What did you think about the property as far as it was when you got up here? I mean,
oh my goodness. Not what I was expecting as far as, how amazing it is. I mean, it's just, you could just pick a spot, sit down and sit for hours. It's so peaceful. You forget about the outside world. I mean, it's beautiful. They've done such an amazing job. I mean, even the upkeep on it is amazing.
They've done a great job up here at that. But y'all, there was like, 50 of y'all up here with the feral chicks?
40 something, I think. I can't remember the exact number. But
there was there was 40 something people.
Rigs, I think it was quite a bit.
Yeah, I know Gina was up here with that. Yeah, y'all did y'all were out seeing bears and out seeing all kinds of stuff. Most of the time we were just making fun of Tim because Tim wasn't here.
I know. Everybody kept showing up. I kept telling him every time somebody'd show up, I'd be at the hen house texting him. So and so just showed up. So and so else is here.
Yeah, even Chris Carroll showed up, like just out of the blue, just showed up, Yeah. And so we were just riding around side by side in it. That also made me sick at my stomach to say that. But we were riding around. riding around side by side. And now Chris actually came up to check on me because he knew I'd been sick and he wanted to come hang out and check everything out. But yeah, that was pretty cool seeing all y'all up here. Got bear prints in your camp, right around in your camp.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
I
I got
could
to
hear
go
him in the
around.
middle of the night.
Oh yeah, that was Tim.
Yeah,
He's
Patty
still
and I heard something. It woke us up. We weren't sure what it was. I was like, I'm not moving. I'm good. I'll wait and see in the morning.
Well, okay, so you could hear honest question here. Would you even wake up if a bear was growling? Because I mean, I'm almost positive that you would just think it was Tim sleeping next to you.
Right.
He's like,
yeah. It's normal sounds. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
yep.
I'm pretty sure when I walked past him at the Jasper Jeep Jam when he was sleeping in my tent, I'm pretty sure that I heard him just going,
Uh-huh.
you know, I'm
Top your
almost
tent was
positive
caving in.
I'm almost positive that's what it was. No, I'm just messing with you, giving you a hard time. But so you guys also you just got back from Maris too, didn't you?
Yep, we did.
So,
Memorial weekend.
So tell me about your Maris trip, because I've been there a couple times and I really enjoy the people at Maris, and I enjoy the aspect of the park there because it's really cool. So give us your thoughts on Maris and what it was about.
Oh, it was great. I mean, we took off like at 4:00 in the morning on Friday and drove down there, and we went to the Palo Duro Canyon State Park side of it and went down there and took a little time down there, and that was pretty real. You know, we found a cave and went and hiked it and everything, and I swear it was 115 degrees in that canyon. I mean, it was miserable, but you know, we still done it. So then we drove over to Maris and we camped out on this big bluff and everything, and that'll be in this week's video coming out for that. But it was an amazing view. It's probably the best camp spot I've ever slept at as of right now. But
so y'all camped on top of it? Y'all camped up top?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't camp down in the
we
canyon?
camped up top. Yep,
cool.
right at the very edge, right on the bluff. So
awesome.
So then we got up the next day and we decided to do a guided trail, being our first time there, and it was a great time. We did the Blue Moderate trails, and I think our trail guide, he was worried about me because I was outside the Jeep running beside the vehicles like 90% of the time. A lot of people that watch this stuff don't realize that and see the behind the scenes, but he was literally worried I was going to die of a heat stroke. I mean, he kept checking on me, and I was just running, you know, around that place like crazy. And a couple of times I took off running, I guess hoping instead of like trying to run and catch up with him, I'd just take off and try to take a shortcut for the trail to come back around. And everybody assumed I'd been there and knew where I was going. I was like, no, I'm just winging it and guessing it. I'm just hoping that the trail picks back up over here, because either it's going to, or they're going to have to send search and rescue after me, because
you're going to look like Chevy Chase in Vacation. When your pants, just walking through there. So who was your trail guide at Maris when you did your guide? What was his name?
Callan.
Callan, I think was his
Callan.
name.
Pinkerton.
Yeah, real great guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, cool. Yeah, we Gina, we've been there, and we went the first time we went to Maris, which was when we really got to know Craig Puckett and we got to know Darren when we were down there, and so we did the guided, and Daniel Longoria and Kim Longoria, which Kim went to Adventure Hire with Gina this year. Well, she goes every year, but Daniel was our trail guide, and then Gina had I can't remember what the guy's name was that she tells it all to me all the time, but we guided those girls when they were down there. But we love Maris. I mean, we love the difference in the trails.
Yeah.
So which trails did you guys do? So
we started off on the VR4.
VR4,
up top, and then we came back, and then we went down at the bottom, and I don't remember. It's whatever you go down, and it hooks up with Lonesome Dove, and I don't remember what two trails. Yeah, I think that's one of them. Yeah, And
Salt
then
Creek.
and then we got down there by that dry waterfall, ate lunch down there, and then got on Lonesome Dove and took Lonesome Dove.
Did you guys go to the top of Lonesome Dove and then go down into the cave? Did they take you down?
We didn't go down. We didn't go down into the cave. We went down by where the cave was at, but we didn't hike to it or anything like that.
Oh my gosh,
if
that
we're
cave!
talking about the same cave.
Yeah, it's the one that goes down. You go to the top of it, and then you have to go down into. It's where all the cowboys used to throw baling twine and stuff down in there. Yeah, it's insane.
We might have missed that one.
Yeah,
We're definitely got to go back though. I told her, since she drove all of it, and she done a great job, by the way. There was at first she was the only female driving, and then there was a Toyota with us, and I think she had to the gal that was in that, she decided to, she wanted to drive too, and she did a good job, but she wasn't going to let Jenna be the only female driving. So
Craig's got
I told
there.
her,
It's the secret cave they show everyone.
yeah. Yeah. But no, I think there was like 12 of us in that group or whatever, but we're definitely wanting to go back and when it's a little bit cooler. But I told her that, we really got to get her to go adventure her and get her to join in on that. So
I'm gonna tell you what, we're talking about doing a kind of an 870 trip to down there to Maris, because I love it. Gina's been way more than me, and I'm super jealous about that, because I had an absolute blast. But I was kind of in the same boat that you were. So like a lot of times I drove a lot of Maris when we were there, but Gina drives 90% of the time if we're out and about, because I'll get out and I'll film or whatever, especially if we're in her Jeep, because her Jeep is way cooler than mine. And I had to say that on film because everybody knows it's true. Luckily, we're going to take mine to Colorado this year, so I'm trying to get mine ready to go. But she drove a lot of Maris, and she's done Starlight, which we did Sagasaur. We did Sagasaur. Sagasaur was very fun. We did Middle Earth. I actually asked Daniel when we were there because it wasn't on our approved trails that we were doing, and I was like, I got to do Middle Earth. So yeah, Gina was busy tearing the fenders off my Jeep while we were there. So what I know you guys have all heard the story, but that is 100% my fault. The reason she tore the fenders off the Gladiator when we were there, that was totally my fault. I told her, I said passenger, and I should have said driver, and because I was too busy talking and trying to film, and I rolled her right up on a hill, and she ripped the back fender right off of it. If you want to go search Matt McClellan's video of Maris, that's on there where it got tore off. So, but yeah, I want to take a group back down there because there's a lot of trails I didn't get to do that she got to do, and I'd like to go back and do those. And so I would love to put together a trip and take some people down there and go do that. I mean, that'd be great, because I think we're wanting to hit a few of the black trails, and now that they've got a Jeep badge down there, I don't know if I can live myself without doing it. So it's a little challenge for me. So now I was gonna get the Jeep. Gina just got hers. Yeah. So I'll just I'll log in on Facebook and get mine, like most Jeep people do. Like they'll just log in. I got to tell you a funny story about that. When we first started Jeeping and going and doing this, we went to a breast cancer awareness deal, and we roll up to one in I guess it was in Jacksonville right outside of Little Rock. We pull up in there, and there's a Jeep there. Oh, look, Dan made it. And so we roll up into this event, and this Jeep is it's painted under the bottom, like the undercarriage is painted, air control arms are painted, everything is completely color matched. It's got all these lights on it. It's got 22s with lights in the rims and everything else. And then they got like 51 badges on the side of this. I mean, they got the Rubicon Trail. They got everything all over this thing. And so the guy that was with us, he's like, you mean tell me that Jeep's been, y'all did Holy Cross in this thing? And they're like, oh yeah, this thing, we off-roaded every weekend. And I'm like, there is no way. You got 22-inch rims on this thing, and you got this much tire. There's no way you did Holy Cross, And they're like, oh. this thing. So we're in it all the time. I'm like, whatever. You're got some Facebook app and you're getting these, whatever. But
yeah, get them on eBay for $20 a piece.
Oh yeah. Why is it missing an R? Well, on Tuesday. So that badge looking at me on Tuesday. No. So speaking of breast cancer stuff, you guys have an event coming up pretty soon, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, July 19th and 20th.
So let's hear a little bit about this one. This is a yearly event you guys do every year, right?
Well, we did it last year for the first time. We were at that time we were part of Jeepin for a Cure, and they did a deal called Ambassadors for Pink, where they were just trying to inspire people to do some stuff on the side to raise money to go toward, the main event instead of just raising money at the event. And there was people that made shirts and people that made baked pies and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, well, there's only one thing I know to do, and I'm like, that's host a trail ride. And we was trying to think of where to do it at. And we picked Eminence because her and I had been, at that time, we'd started going to Eminence quite a bit. And I'd actually mapped out 2 days worth of trails that we had done. And we thought, well, that would be good for it because you got a day that's just a nice scenic, stuff with a few small water crossings. And then you got a day too that's a little bit more technical. So, yeah, we just decided to do that, and we had a small little turnout last year, but we had a blast.
Great.
Without getting in the weeds, last year was our last year of being part of Jeepin for a Cure, but we decided, we still love doing charity stuff, so we was thinking, what can we do? And there was a lot of people that didn't get to come last year, that said something about it. And it was kind of like, well,
I didn't make it,
yeah, I was like, well, I told her, I said, what do you think about doing it again? And we talked about it first, if we done it again, doing it somewhere else. But being we didn't have a huge group last year, we thought we'd go ahead and do Eminence again. And I reached out to Rob at Broken Arrow Campground and said, hey, you donated us that spot on the river last year. Would you want to do it again? And he said, absolutely. And so I was like, well, we'll go ahead and do it again and try to get a few more people there and everything, but still try to keep it manageable. So we made 20 tickets, and we've all of it, like 2, I think, is left or whatever. So far, and we've got a lot of companies that's given us stuff to raffle off and all that stuff. So far, I think this year's going to be great. So we'll see what happens next year, whether we do it again or if we stay in Eminence or we move down to Arkansas and just change it up, different locations every year. I don't know, but we'll see how this year goes. But we just enjoy doing it. It's fun.
If you bring it down to Arkansas, you got to bring it to me. That's all I'm gonna say. You got to bring it down here. You got to bring it to me. So
yeah,
we'll host a base.
That.
We'll host a base camp for you. So you bring it to me. We'll host a base camp. But
yeah, because I'd love to have one that's just I don't have to limit it. Because, well, that being just the main, just a couple trails there. You know how it is. You get a whole bunch of vehicles trying to trail ride, and then there's only so much spot on that beach. So if I had 50 or 60 rigs, we'd be packed in there like sardines. So I said I'm gonna put 20 tickets out to the general public. That's not counting the volunteers that's going to be helping us. And then, but as I said before, if I do the 20 tickets and somebody that's in the 870 family or whatever, I'm not going to turn anybody away. I'm just not going to continue to advertise it. But I mean, if somebody says, hey, I want to go,
bring it on.
I'm not, bring it on. I'm not going to turn you away. I'm just not going to advertise it after 20.
Yeah. Well, how many tickets you got left to get rid of right now?
I think two or three.
2 or 3 tickets. So there's got to be somebody that's going to see this that wants to come hang out. Come hang out with me and you.
Then
what's better than
this too?
Right.
If anybody's seeing this too, if they what I told everybody that's donating giveaways, for what it's worth, it's like on the video that I do, the YouTube videos, they'll get a sponsorship mention on that. And then I'm going to have a banner put up for thank you sponsors and everybody's logo on there. And it's not only us will see it, but everybody that's there swimming that day and at the campground will see it. And then, and then all the social media plugs and stuff like that. So if anybody knows any companies that want to donate a little something small for raffle, just hit me up or email me or something.
We're bringing for it. Yeah, me and Gina are definitely donating because I will be there. I'll be there anyway. I don't know what Gina's plans are, but I'm coming to camp with you because I didn't get to go last year because I had some stuff going on. But this year I'm in a position where I can come hang out and I can come down there and help represent you and help getting everything done. So I'm excited about going. I'm excited about coming down there and hanging out. Is Michael Rhodes coming? Is Michael signed up?
No, I don't think he is.
If Michael Rhodes signed up, I'm going to grab Michael Rhodes by the neck and I'm going to drag him down there with me.
Yeah, I've been bugging Dan about it too, telling him to come up.
Yeah,
I told Corey.
Yeah,
and Kayla,
Dan.
I know they work on Saturdays, but they're welcome to come up Saturday night and hang out with us and ride with us Sunday if they want. And I know Stefan's got a ticket. Jordan's got a ticket.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, but yeah.
Well, I know there's several guys that are coming.
The feral chicks are coming, so
they show up all the time, man. They are like a bunch of grapes. You get one. You don't just get one of those. You get like a whole wad of them. Like they all come together.
That's right.
Can't buy it by itself. So they always bring a bunch with them. So then that's always good. I have been very appreciative of that group of ladies. Jesse has always been very supportive of Overland 870, and we try to support the feral chicks as best we can. It's kind of like our sister group, I guess you'd call it. Like they hang out with us, waiting to fight the girls that want to say something mean to us. So like they're just wanting to fight. Brent said he's going to be there in spirit, though. We're all going to get little tiny yellow gladiator stickers and put them on the side of our other gladiators in memory and honor of you not being there. That's what we're going to do. We're little tiny stickers like we were here. We were here. But no, I think it's pretty cool. I haven't done that trail. At Eminence. I mean, I've looked at it several times. And I looked at it last year when you posted it. And like I said, the only thing in Missouri that I've done Glade Top and around that area. Yeah, there's Dan back. Dan, what you exactly missed is you are being challenged to come to Tim's event. He said he's been poking at you and you've been not ignoring his Facebook messages and his emails and everything else. Oh, and David said they're giving out crayon flavored cookies. So you should be there definitely for that. Come on, Dan. Come try out that new Go Fast camper you got. Come on, go try that new tent you got there, broski. Since you're not coming with me to Colorado. Sad. He won't
it's definitely fun. Well, I just tell everybody the day 2 part of it, we counted. It's 28 water crossings.
28 water crossings.
28 water crossings.
You're going to be like running rampant out of that Jeep every time to go back and film 28 people crossing the water crossings 28 times.
Oh, you'll love seeing me out there trampling through the water, recording everybody. I won't deny or confirm that there's a few times I've went totally under by slipping and falling on my butt and maybe go down river a little bit.
Look, I will come up with a really cool donation if you will tell everybody right now on the podcast that you will wear a straw hat and overalls with no shirt while you do this entire thing. Like the whole thing. Like you have to be.
He has to wear Daisy Dukes. And
how about overalls that are cut off like Daisy Dukes and some Crocs with a straw hat?
Yeah, I can probably do that for day 2. I'll do something.
No, you got the entire time, bro. And they got to be like high butt cheek cut in the back, like French cut in the back.
Well, the first day we got to stop and get gas and all that stuff.
That's the best part. Look, I'll give you $5 to wash my window on my Jeep. He's up there.
I'll put 2 breast cancer ribbons, one on each cheek, so that way everybody understands it's for the cause.
See, now everybody's like, oh, I'm buying a ticket. I'm coming now. Yeah, everybody's going to show up.
I figured everybody would be like, I'm not coming.
No, heck no.
Yeah, we'll do something.
We'll do something. Me and you will do something way out of line. We'll do something way out of line. How about?
Yeah. I've already got a good couple t-shirts to wear, but I have to cut them off or something.
You got some midriff shirts going on right there.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It'll be a good time. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun doing that.
We had a great time last year with what little small crowd we had, so I can only imagine this year will be a blast.
Sorry, you're feeding us this year. You feeding us too, aren't you?
Yeah, we feed for dinner. We got a buddy of mine. He brings his grill, and we do burgers and hot dogs. And then the next morning, he makes breakfast burritos, and we have pastries and all that stuff. So yeah, we feed everybody. And
that's the big word right there, pastries. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Yeah. And then I tell everybody to bring their swim trunks. I try to get everybody. I think last year we got back at camp at 4, so that gave everybody time to set up, and if they want to swim, they can, and we can just build fire wherever we want to build a fire and sit around and chill. So I'll be putting out more details on it soon. Everybody that's coming, I'm going to create a group chat so that way they got questions or whatever, we can fill them in so they don't get lost in the shuffle on just posting it on Facebook. So
yeah, you got somebody donating some barbecue sauce too, don't you, to your cookout?
Yeah, I didn't know if that Pop's Barbecue or whatever that we got from you guys or whatever for the deal. Yeah, I didn't know if you had, or I was going to reach out to him and see if he wanted to. He sent me a message and said if we needed anything to let him know. So, but yeah,
he's gonna. Yeah, Pops Tomlinson's barbecue sauce, man. Yeah. He's gonna hook you up. That's a good dude, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah, and yeah, we've had some pretty good donations. Insta Privy sent us another a whole complete outdoor toilet kit in the backpack. Those things are great. I recommend those.
I can't get around the Insta Privy, dude. I can't. I just feel like I should be going beep boop beep 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 while I'm walking around in there. I feel like I'm a little robot, like R2D2.
Yeah, Three Rivers Fire Starters sent us some stuff. Jordan at Jonesboro Mobile Performance, he gave us a shackle. Yeah. Oh, did our radios come in? Yeah, Midland. One of them.
Midland took care. Good deal.
Yeah, Midland sent us some pink radios and all that stuff. So
awesome, good deal.
Yeah, we've got some pretty good stuff. We're working on getting some more. But my buddy John, he's got a 3D printer, so I'm putting him to work on that. I think he's getting that broke in. We're going to have a bunch of little stuff to give away. He's making some Sasquatches that are in the inner tube, like on our logo.
Yeah.
4-wheel drive.
This one right here.
Yeah, it's
that logo right there with the Sasquatch right there.
Yeah, he's 3D printing those Sasquatches in the inner tube. So
there we go.
And then
well, we're back there. There we are.
Bunch of other stuff. So it's going to be fun. We're going to have all kinds of door prizes and raffles. But like I said, definitely could use a little bit more if anybody knows anybody.
It's super awesome when somebody off camera hands you a snack. These are good. Well, I'm definitely donating to it. What I'm bringing is going to be a surprise, though.
All right.
Because I'm not going to tell you what it is till we get there. Because I don't know.
What I do for that is I give everybody that shows up gets a ticket for like door prizes. And
don't give me a ticket for door prizes.
Do what?
I do not want a ticket for door. I do not want to win a single thing when I come to this event. All I'm doing, I tell everybody the same thing. If I go somewhere and I donate something, I do not want a ticket to win anything. I would rather it go to everything go to everybody else. I don't want anything to do with that. It's just I'll give you a donation and you give it to somebody else. That's funner for me.
We'll probably do again like we did last year on all the bigger stuff. Let everybody buy extra tickets. We got a good chunk of money last year on just selling extra raffle tickets for the bigger prizes. Everybody was like great and really charitable on that. And then we had one of those sport kegs that we auctioned off and all that stuff. So we actually yeah.
I love sport.
I've seen yours. Yeah.
But a couple sport kegs.
Yeah, we actually had great turnout on that. So that'll be available again. Everybody shows up and they want to buy extra tickets for more chances to win, they can do that. And it all goes to the same pot. So
here Tim came in late. So this is Timothy Beck. So Tim's a good friend of mine. Another Tim. And he loves this kind of stuff. So tell Tim about your event. Just give him a quick rundown real fast, because he'll probably take the other ticket and come hang out.
Yeah, if you go on Jeepin Exploring on Facebook, there I just shared another link on there. It's on Eventbrite, and what you do is I charge $50 per vehicle, and that it doesn't matter how many people you have. But I done tickets on Eventbrite. I limited to 20. But you just go on Eventbrite and you get your ticket. Your ticket is free, and I done that because Eventbrite want to charge me taxes and fees and all that. But all I ask is when you get your ticket, and then when we show up and have the meeting and everything, just give your $50 donation there. But we furnish the food for cookout for Saturday night, and also breakfast for Saturday morning or Sunday morning. Yeah, good job of correcting me. But we just ask if anybody wants snacks or drinks throughout the day that they bring their own for that. But we do provide the dinner and breakfast. And then last year I had everybody basically on Sunday. We wrapped up about 2:30, 3 o'clock, because I like to give everybody a good head start on heading home, and not 8 or 9 o'clock trying to head home for those that live far away. So, but and then we'll have raffles and giveaways and be camping right on the river, on the Jacks Fork River, on the riverbank. We've got a section that's donated to us by Broken Arrow Campground. Normally they don't let people stay down there after dark or sleep down there, but he lets us do it for the event. So
that's right up your alley, Tim. You should come up. You should come camp with me. I'm gonna try to get Bobby to come too. I'm gonna give him a holler. See if Bobby wants to come hang out.
Yeah, and then and for everybody that don't already know, 100% of the proceeds, we don't keep any of it. It goes to Breast Cancer Foundation, the Ozarks. I think last year we handed them $1,400, something like that. So we want to try to chop 2,000 this year if we can. So
here's the other guy that needs to come hang out. This is the other right here.
Yeah,
Michael. Hey, what's the date? Tim wants to know what the dates are. Tim wants to know what. Tim.
July 19th and 20th.
Yeah. Come on, Tim. We will leave and go at the same time. And Michael Rhodes will follow us.
Yeah, I'm gonna you'll be coming up from Jasper, won't you? Or you'll be home in Jonesboro.
I'll probably come.
What I normally do, like everybody in this area will meet up around Springfield, probably like Home Depot, and then we'll convoy, and everybody that's coming from farther east or whatever, they can meet us at Summersville on the square, and then we will all leave there together and then go hit the trails for day one.
Oh, so Michael, you're going to come to Tim's event? Is that what you're telling me? Type it out. Say, yes, you're coming to Tim's event. Type it out in the chat.
Yeah.
Let's wait.
Has he even come to Missouri at all?
I think I've
ever seen him in Missouri.
I'm not sure exactly what it is. If he has like a warrant or something. He's okay. Here we go. So Timothy Beck's going to come. So Tim's going to come with me. So he's going to do it. When he gets back from Colorado. And so let's see. Michael wants to know what the dates are so he can come. And here's Alvin. Yeah. Alvin, roll your tail up and come on. You have not camped with any of us in a while. Come on, Alvin.
Yeah,
you come to this.
I need to get one of them hatchets from Alvin for raffle on there.
Yeah, come on, Alvin. You come on too. We'll get you. Come on, go.
That-
We'll just make it.
That'd be right up his alley.
Yeah, I'm telling you what. You need to donate to his stuff too, Alvin. Have you donated to Tim's event yet? Yeah.
No, I hadn't talked to him about it.
Okay. Well, here he wants to know about it now. So he wants to know when it is.
July 19th and 20th. It's a 2-day event in Eminence. It's $50 per rig. And then we're raising money for breast cancer. Going to have all the giveaways and all that stuff. And you'll get a sponsorship spot. Get a sponsorship spot on the banner and on the YouTube channel and all that good stuff.
Come on, Smoking Crow. You're coming, buddy. So Tim, okay, so definite Tim and I, which I've already got my ticket. So definitely Tim's going to come with me. So look, Dan wants to know if it's sold out. No, Dan,
And
there's
if,
room for you. Get your ticket.
I'll probably I might open up a couple more on the Eventbrite site, but for some reason, if somebody gets on there and it says it's sold out, just send me a private message or whatever on the Jeepin Exploring Facebook page or whatever, and I'll make sure you get a spot to come on and join us.
Okay, so Michael's coming. He just agreed to come. So Tim's coming. Dan, come on, go ahead and commit, Danny. Come on, go ahead. 10-4, Dan's coming. All right. So Alvin, what do you think, bro? Come on, Alvin. Let's take it down there. It's for a good cause. Gina's
I'll get on there and open up some more spots.
All right. Alvin says he's going to check the dates. Come on, Dan. Commit. Come on, Dan. Commit. Commit, Dan. It's a good time to check out that cancer. All right. I will get Bobby on board. So hang on a second. Let's do this right quick. Hang on. Okay. We're going to make this. Let's see here. Somebody else monitor the comments.
While we're doing that too, I'm going to mention that if anybody has,
he might be in North Dakota.
We're about 12 shy from hitting our 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So
okay, well, we're fixing to get some subscribers. Hey, what are you doing, buddy? Oh, okay. I didn't know you were in the thing. So, are you coming? Tim's coming with us to Tim's event. Are you going to come? No, it's not Jeep Branson. It's not a Jeep Branson. This is a breast cancer event that we are going to be doing in, what is it, July 19th and 20th?
Yes.
Okay, well, yeah. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and say you're coming. So bring Kim. All right. All right, so we're trying to sell this event out. Also, if you are not subscribed to Jeepin Exploring on YouTube, go subscribe to it.
Been voluntold.
Yeah, all right, you're getting voluntold, he said. All right, bro. Thank you, Bobby. Goodbye. All right, so that's one more.
Alvin had asked about electricity and then about the being hot. There's not electricity on the river. They do have campsites. If you don't want to camp with us, you have to get with the Broken Arrow Campground in Eminence. They do have electrical sites, or they've got TPs that you can rent a TP or whatever if you want. But I will say we was worried last year about it being hot, and it was nice. Right down there on that water, there was a breeze coming off the water, and we slept great. It was a little warm when we was out on the trails, but between everybody swimming and then being right down on the river, that breeze coming off the river, it was beautiful. We couldn't ask for better weather. Alvin, you do not have to worry about having your air conditioner and stuff like that. I will have mine. We can cuddle buddy in my tent. You know, I'm turning the air on me and you right there. We can cuddle buddy in my tent. So, Dan said when you get to 1,000 subscribers, he's going to unsubscribe. Somebody will. That's how my channel goes. I said I'm going to have to wait till I get 1,010 to tell everybody I hit 1,000 because I'll lose 5 or 6. Michael Rhodes, for somebody who tracks weather and remembers storm patterns and everything else, he cannot keep up with where the event is and what time it's supposed to be. If there was a tornado warning going off, he would be like, oh, it's 3 miles south of Dog-Lick Lane moving at 8 miles an hour. You know, it'll be there in 14.2 seconds and the wind speed is 355 knots at the substratus of 5,000 feet. And he's like, and what day was it again? It's in Eminence, Missouri on July 19th and 20th, but all he needs to do is just follow you up here and we'll take care of the rest.
Yeah, you just follow me from J3 and we'll get there. You're only like 2.5 minutes away from here. So
yeah.
Hey,
and I posted
like
the link several times on the campfire chat, so yeah, I know it's probably already gone, but
none of us pay attention to what's going on in that chat anymore. Beep, 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 beep. Nobody can keep it anymore. So yeah, we're gonna fill this up. So what do we want to hit? We want to hit $2,000 this year. So we want to hit that's the marker we want to hit.
Yeah, that's the goal I'd like to hit.
We're gonna hit $2,000 donated this year for him for this event. So we need to round up some stuff that we want to give away. I'll make sure that Gina and I got something cool. It'll land there. We'll bring it with us. Michael, you bring an autographed weather vane or something. Bring something like that. Like I don't know what weather guys give away, but you bring whatever that is. And having Tim there and Bobby there, that'll be awesome. And Bobby's probably going to bring Kim, so maybe we'll have another rig there too. You might run out of space. You might be kind of tight. So
that's
all you got a
right.
sticker. Michael's got a sticker. Sign that sticker.
Yeah, I'd love to next year if do it again, but not have to worry so much about space. That would be great. I promise you next year, if you do it again, you are not going to have to worry about space. I promise you. You're not going to have to worry about space because we got a lot of cool things going on out here at J3, and you're not going to have to worry about space for any event that you want to have. I promise you, you're not going to have space. So, but I do want to say this. So I'm leaving. If everyone will come work a day for me, free remodeling, I definitely can make it. So, okay. So everybody that wants to go work at, Alvin's house, you guys can show up. You don't have to be good at anything. Just show up. He said just remodeling. He didn't say good remodeling. He didn't say mediocre remodeling. He didn't say all you have to do is watch Home Improvement Channel 2-3 episodes, whatever, and you're good to go. Just show up and help him do it. He'll be very proud. He'll be super happy of that. Jamie will be off his back, so and it'll be great. But no. So I'm leaving. Well, everybody know this. So I'm leaving for Colorado with Gina on the 17th from Jonesboro. And we're going to meet up and then meet up with some people, Craig and Jeremy McGinnis, and hopefully Dan. If anybody wants their sticker, if you're on here and you got a sticker and you want it stuck to the Alpine Loop sign or you want it stuck anywhere to some rando spot in Colorado, and we go do ourselves, mail a sticker to my house tomorrow or the next couple of days so it'll land there so Gina can pick it up and bring it. And we'll slap them all over we'll slap them all over Colorado as we're going. But we'll be out there having fun, taking some pictures and filming some videos and stuff. But mostly relaxing. And I will miss all of you peasants very dearly while I'm out there in the 40-degree weather. while I'm wearing a jacket while everybody else is sweltering in this Arkansas heat. So. But no, I think you're going to have a great. Oh yeah, you and Sophie. Yeah, Sophie's going to be out there. Sophia's going to be there with Tim. They're going to be out there leaving June 20th. And they're going to be out there for like 3 weeks to like July 12th. Tim, we'll definitely hook up someplace. I'm sure we'll hook up someplace and camp one night at least. Well, anything else you got coming out on the horizon, Tim? Like, what's the next big thing you got going on? No, we don't really have anything other than that. And then, of course, the Whiskey and Waypoints event. And then we'll most likely, if things don't go south for us, we'll be at Overland of America.
Yeah, we'll be at Overland of America.
But other than that, we don't really have any trips. Just we'll be doing what we normally do, down around hitting some trails down in Arkansas and stuff. We don't really hike this time of year. We do all that in the winter time and all that stuff when nobody's out and about. So we're the only crazy ones that get out and hike in the winter. But I don't like sweating. I don't like bugs.
No, I don't like sweating. Which I'm surprised you guys when you were at Maris that those cedar flies weren't just horribly bad, but I think they're only bad.
They
down
were.
here.
They were awful.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, they were up on the top of the cat, on the top too. Yeah, they warned us about feeder flies.
I didn't know what they were, but man, they were biting the piss out of us, and yeah,
they said they're bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're horrible.
So I thought the horse flies around here are bad, but them things had them beat.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We are going to be. Are you guys going to Rito too? You're going to go to Rendezvous in the Ozarks?
No, I don't. I would love to, but I just don't think financially and time off we could pull off doing that and Overland of America.
Yeah.
So
if I had to choose one, I would definitely. If I would choose one, I would choose Overland of America. I would definitely choose Chris.
That's where we're at.
Yeah, that's where we're at. It's like we missed it last year because we went to Michigan and the Upper Peninsula, and which is amazing, by the way, if nobody's ever done it. Very underrated area. Oh man, awesome. you got to go back and watch our videos that we did on that. We went to some amazing stuff. But anyways, we was there during Overland of America last year, so we missed it, and I was very jealous that we didn't get to go. So it's like this year, well, if I have to have another yard sale to raise the money or something, we'll figure out a way to go. But
look, man, I've told everybody for the last 2 years, if you just donate blood and plasma every week for a full year, you can go to Disney World anytime you want.
Pretty much.
Alone, and you can't do anything, but you can still go.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Stefan's like, yeah, I'm going to all of them this year because we're doing Overland of America because Chris and Robbie are great and they're doing some stuff for us. We're going to help promote Overland of America as best we can, but we're going to be at Overland of America. We're going to be at Big Iron. Darren's actually taking the 870 stuff. He's going to handle Big Iron out there, and we'll all be at Overland of America. And of course, looks like we're all going to roll into to Rito like a bunch of rock stars this year. I think we're going to do a pre-camp meetup, and then everybody's going to go in there. That'll probably be the last time we get to go to Rito. We'll probably be blacklisted after that. So just saying. I mean, we're going to. Yeah. Anyway,
don't put the Canadians to shame.
Nobody can. No. We're going to Rito this year. We're going to Rito this year. No, we're not going to cause trouble. We're going to go have a good time. But this will probably be. Just in the chat, the general chat that we were talking about, we had like 45 people that are wanting to go meet up and roll in at the same time. And that'll be a good chunk of what's at Rito. Same thing with what happened at Bonfire. I mean, we were at Bonfire and we were well over half of the people that were at Bonfire. So, but it looks like we'll be having a good year. You guys are having a good year so far this year. I mean, I think your event you're going to have is going to be a big turnout. I think we're going to stack some more people on top of you before you know what's going on. You're going to have so many rigs. We're going to have to be lined up like cordwood out there. So, but I'm definitely looking forward to spending some time with you guys and camping on your neck of the woods. You always end up coming to us, so it's our turn to go to you. So, but
yeah, and that was one thing I enjoy taking people around. I mean, ask her when her and I got together and I found out she hadn't been to the ocean or hadn't been to the mountains and all that. Well, our honeymoon, we did everything in a week's time. So our first outing together was over 3,000 miles, but I enjoy taking people out and just, showing them places they haven't been and all that. I love it. So I could easily be a trail guide, but yeah.
Well, hey, there you go, man. I mean, like, Michael is doing the trails for us for Whiskey and Waypoints. He's going out and mapping the trails for us and getting everything set up so we can do all that. And he handles that stuff for me. It's like any of this stuff. I mean, you can't do any of this alone, and it's way better to do it in a group of people like we have with 870. And I'm super proud that you guys are part of it. I'm super glad that we've got to hang out and do all this stuff. So now it's time for me to get to go follow you through the woods up there because I don't know where anything is in Eminence. I had zero things. So I'm super excited about seeing all that stuff.
Well, I promise you're in for a treat. It's fun. It's definitely an underrated area up there. friends of ours that we became through YouTube, friends out of Ohio. They're Journey Beyond Overland. I was supposed to go out with them in April and take them around there, but I didn't get to because of work dedication. But I gave them the trails and everything, and they always come down and go to Arkansas, and they had no clue about Missouri. And they got up there around Eminence and was like, wow, this is, like I said, it's very underrated. People's doesn't realize how beautiful it is up there.
Yeah.
I say up there, it's like 2 hours from us, but
I'm gonna show up to this event and I'm gonna try to be normal. I'm gonna try to be slightly normal, so I'm not just gonna come in acting weird.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna have some really nice people there that are not gonna want to deal with my tomfoolery right off the bat. So I mean, I'll be like, yes, I know Tim. He's a wonderful individual, a stellar guy. You're like, whoa.
They will call you a liar.
Well, guys, I want to say a couple things real fast. I want to give a shout out to Benji at Midwest Adventure Outfitters for always having my back and doing stuff like that. Jesse and the Feral Chicks, thank you for always being a part of Overland 870. Of course, J3 at the Gap, man, you guys have been really good at supporting me through all this stuff that's been going on. I appreciate it. Onyx Off-Road is always doing something great for me too. Chris, Carol, and Robbie, thank you guys from doing Overland of America. Thanks for inviting us to be part of it. And we look forward to working with you in some future stuff like that. Dan, thank you. And Stefan for filling in for me when I was sick. I'm getting better, but there's still going to be some downtime. So you're probably going to see those guys quite often hosting the show. And Tim, man, you got any shout outs for anybody that you want to throw out there real fast?
Yeah, I mean, just basically everybody in the Overland 870 group. I mean, just fantastic people. I've been part of a lot of other groups and stuff, and there's just nobody that's as great as these people. And I mean that because usually you get some large groups like that, and there's usually some turmoil, but this one's been great. So definitely shout out to everybody on there and everybody that follows us along on our social media and watches our YouTube stuff. We appreciate you guys so much for that, really do. So yeah. If you guys are not following them yet on social media, go ahead and jump on there real fast. Let's get them over 1,000. Let's see if we can do it tonight. Jump on there, do that. If you are getting this streamed or you're watching it, stream it over to your channel, stream it over to your page so everybody knows what's going on, and help support Tim and his effort. He's trying to raise some money for a good cause, and it's very important that we do that. So if you can go and you want to go, come on, hook up with me up here. We'll head out and roll out, and we'll have a good time. And I want to thank everybody. Right quick. Sorry, I was just going to say right quick, too, also, anybody in the area, we didn't get to talk about Jeep Branson, but
let's talk about Jeep Branson. We got time to do it. Let's do it. Come on.
Yeah. I told him I would. Next weekend's Jeep Branson. If you're in the area, in the Branson area, I think Wednesday they get together down at that big Ferris wheel in Branson and just hang out and have a good time. They're going to be doing all kinds of stuff during the week. They do poker runs and stuff, I think, on Thursday. And then Friday night, they will have a big parade where they basically, the landing, they let them drive down through the landing on there. So they're going to have a big parade and a big show and shine. And then tons and tons of vendors all inside and everything. So, and they also, all the proceeds they get, they break it up into different charities. And they helped a lot of charities last year and everything. So all that stuff's for a good cause. But Metal Cloak's going to be there this year with their CTR tour trailer. So everybody bring their rigs out. You don't have to be a Jeep. You can bring it out and test the flex and get rated and all that stuff. And Rough Country is going to be set up there and a whole bunch of people. So it's going to be a great time. We'll be there all day Saturday and probably down there Friday night. So if anybody's down there, come see us and give us a shout and be a good time.
Sweet. Yeah, I completely forgot about Jeep Branson, man. We were talking about everything else, and you're a big part of Jeep Branson. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I mean, you just let me just roll on.
I don't take too much credit because I don't do a whole lot. They're just some good friends of ours, and they started the event, and we told them we would help them out, and we put them on the channel and advertise for them as much as we can, and all of that stuff, and as everybody knows, that was at Jasper Jeep Jam. We filled in and manned the booth for them and helped them out there and all that stuff. But we do a little bit, but we more or less just get the word out for them. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that do way more than what we do. I mean, that's a big deal putting that on. And there's some people there that are doing a lot of stuff. All we're going to do is, go in there and just help people where we can Saturday and park some cars and do all that. And I'm going to visit with all the vendors and all that stuff and shoot some video. So
Wait, get me some patches.
So I'm sure we can get you some patches.
Give me some patches. I'm a patch hoe.
Yeah.
A patch hoe.
Well, hopefully you and Gina can get up there with us Saturday and hang out. And
Well, unfortunately, unfortunately not. Gina is going to her dad's for Father's Day weekend, and I'm going to go home and go see my son for a little bit. And I've got some doctor's appointments I got to go have taken care of and get that worked out. So, but other than that,
I'll unlike the More Expo. I'll make sure you get something out of this event.
Yeah, but hey, Bobby brought me a hat and brought me some stuff.
Did
he? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Dan and Stefan completely forgot me. I just completely forgot me. Brandon Battleheart, I don't think he said a single word the entire time he was there about me. He was just running. No, I'm kidding. I'm just giving him a hard time. But
he was too worried about them Polish sausages down there that Stefan was fixing to get worried about anything else.
Oh, I'm telling you what, that dude has the attention span of a Chihuahua on Adderall. I mean, no. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out tonight for everybody. Tim, you guys, thanks for coming on. Janet, thanks for coming on and hanging out.
For having us.
Tim just took all the air out of the entire interview and didn't let you say a single word. You didn't. And no mosquito landed on you. No mosquito landed on you.
She'll be fine with it. She may pretend like she's hurt, but she'll be glad.
She'll be like, I'm glad I didn't get to talk. I'm super happy about it. Super happy. You could let when the camera goes off, it'll be, you could let me say something. You could let me say just anything.
You talked about bears and feral chicks.
You talked about bears and feral chicks.
I can't wait to go back and see if I can find any more of them. So,
there's tons of bears. There's tons of bears. Trust me, there's tons of bears. Tons. I
gotta find them all.
They're here. It's like Pokemon. It's like Pokemon. You gotta find them all. These Pokemon fight back.
That's okay.
Don't give them the pizza. You can't throw tennis balls at them. They won't disappear into those little containers. No, do not do that. They'll come eat you. So, all right. Well, guys, thank y'all for jumping on. I appreciate it. I'm glad I was able to get back on the show tonight and do this. It's been a minute since I got to be on here, and it was good to have some friends on here talking to. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you that tuned in. Keep following Overland 870 Podcast. Jump on there, like, subscribe, and follow on YouTube. Share it if you get a chance. We're trying to get big, but we don't care if we stay small. So just give us a yell, and we'll talk to you later. As always, guys, we'll see you on the trail. Deuces.